Welcome to the brand new podcast. And as always, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. For any business inquiries, before we get to let me pause for a moment. Today's topic. Are you ready? I have two topics in my head right now, actually. And I'm just trying to figure out which one I should talk about. Either way, it's going to be it's going to be back to back. Should men give up on finding a wife? Should men give up on finding a wife? What say you? But before we get to that, let's talk about, and I think before I even get to that part, I think in all fairness, I was thinking about doing a reversal, but I could talk about it on this show. One shot, everything. But should men give up on finding a wife? Subscribe to the Oracle 19 podcast. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for podcasters. No, actually Spotify for creators. And Amazon Music, just to name a few. If you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And you could donate to us via PayPal, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Or check out our shopping mall, baby shopping mall, www.evolutionoflondon.com. We have a whole wide range of products, not topics, sorry. Men's, kids, ladies' clothes, cologne, perfume, and more house products, evolutionoflondon.com. Also, evolutionoflondon.org, O-R-G, for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store, S-T-O-R-E, for our sneaker collection, DVDs, games, and more clothes, evolutionoflondon.store. You can check out our links to other affiliates, linktree.com/Evolution of London. And we have a Patreon channel, which you have videos that's not posted on YouTube, and digital artwork and consulting services as well, www.patreon.com/Evolution of London. We on rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19, like, subscribe, and share. And www.theoracle19radio.com, which is our internet radio website. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars, from scented to unscented. Now the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, vanilla, just to name a few. So if you want to place an order, email the company at royalty9international@gmail.com for their luxury candles, over 35 plus burning hours. Again, Royalty 9 International on social media, which is Instagram and TikTok. Again, Royalty 9 International. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's health fitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And you can support his merch, www.wjaaccessories.com for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ, and if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, Panthro 519@gmail.com. And on his YouTube page, DJ Panthro 519, you will see his website link, so you can support him that way. And he on Instagram and TikTok, The Real DJ Panthro. Again, that's The Real DJ Panthro. And if you want to, once again, book for him to come to your venue, djpanthro519@gmail.com. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continue to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. As we have over now 1,000 shows, over 1,000 shows on the Greatness 19 channel. A lot of wide range of different topics, wide range of different topics, very informative information. Check out the shorts and other sections of the playlist. A lot of great information on the Greatness 19 channel. And Mr. Evolution of London, that's our health and wellness channel. A lot of great stuff we posted there on health and wellness. Again, Mr. Evolution of London, our health and wellness channel on YouTube. Kenzo World. You can check him on YouTube on Kenzo Topics and other of his platforms on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share to his page, Kenzo World. And he has a single, Adora, as well as an album, Discovery, on all social media platforms. That's YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple, just to name a few. Kenzo World. Also, you can check out Kenzo Topic. And if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at morekenzo@gmail.com. Again, that's more, MOOR, Kenzo, KEENZO @gmail.com. Again, Kenzo. Now, as I mentioned previously, the Oracle 19 is all major platforms. Any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London, rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19, and finally www.theoracle19radio.com. So let's go. Should men give up finding a wife? In this day and time, a lot of men are just done, mentally done with the serious relationships. And a lot of women are seeing that. They feeling that. Chivalry is dead. I talked about that about 2.5 years ago. Men is not the same, have the same mindset as men of yesteryears. And I understand why, because a lot of men, they have gone through so many things. The previous generation, we're talking about family court, and I talked about this on other shows. Men of yesteryears have gone through family court and divorce and child support and just child separation. They call it parental alienization, which you have mothers separating the father from the children, and yada yada yada. It's just a whole big mess. And men is getting tired of, and this is for y'all ladies to know too, men getting tired of the BS. Women out here, I see it all social media, weekly, daily. You women is meeting men. Women is meeting men just first time they meeting men in the streets, and already they have their hand out with what the men have to do, pay their bills, fly them across the world. And they just met these guys. It's not like even building a relationship. It's not even dating. Right from the jump, a woman meets a guy, and already she's have her hand in his pocket, almost literally, and want to say, hey, you got to pay my bills. You ready to pay my bills? You ready to fly me? You ready to take me shopping? All of this stuff that is already on the first meet, the first day, the first minute, first 5 minutes they meeting these guys. Is unreal. I see it through social media, and I hear the talk, and I'm hearing these ladies with these astronomical demands. The guy got it right from the jump. It's no longer like you meet a guy, you wait a week or 2 weeks before at least you start giving your demands. Right off the bat, they start giving the demands. And then it's just like, forget it. I can't really blame them. They're like, why would I want to go through all of that? Headache. And ladies, you really messing yourselves up, because by you just automatically giving demands right from the jump, you taking yourself out of being in a serious relationship. You automatically, whether you see it or not, or understand it or not, you just you marking yourself out of the relationship or being girlfriend material. And I talked about this previously. Nowadays, women they're not wives no more. Let's throw that out. They're not even girlfriends right now. You might think, my listeners that have been listening to me for a while, you might think I was being off the wall when I was talking about modern day women. And again, there's females and women. The women are the 2% of y'all understand. So this is not dealing with you, the 2%. This is the 98% of the females that have this mentality, young and old. They just feel that automatically the man's supposed to do the world for them, and they don't have to do anything because they think they are the table as they project. I'm just a woman. I could just sit and look pretty, and that's it. And they the table, they the prize. They give birth. All of this other nouns and adjectives and adverbs that they project to men. And guess what? A lot of men is just saying, forget it. It's just not worth it. And I really can't blame y'all. Y'all younger guys that just say, you know what? Look, I said this before. If you got women in your region, your state, your province, especially in North America, that have these astronomical demands, and they just talking the side of their mouth, it's time for you to travel. It's really time to travel. Now it's been debate when other men say, well, you passport bros, it shouldn't be tricking and all of this stuff, and you shouldn't travel and spend all this money on foreign hoes and versus domestic hoes. Let me tell you something, man. You gotta get it. You gotta get whatever you can fit in, wherever you can make it. And what I mean by this is, Whether you agree, disagree, but look, if you can't find a decent woman, let's just throw it out here in New York. Let's just say New York City. You can't find a woman decent in New York City. Then you got to look at outside of the city limits, especially if you're a younger guy or even an older guy. But older guys is a little different because they older, they got to do things a little different. But that's another story. But we just say men in general. I might get to the men and the older men in a minute, but just walk with me. The younger guys, you go to start looking outside of the city limits. If your paper's not long enough, you can only deal with the 5 boroughs, and I just say keep trying. If you from Brooklyn, then you might have to go to the spots in Long Island or in Queens, and not like South, like Jamaica, Queens, the hood type of thing, because you're not gonna get no wins there. But you might have to look like in the outskirts. Well, like in Laurelton, or where you have the middle class or working class people. So you might find a working class, middle class female. You gotta look outside. If you're in the 5 boroughs and can't really travel, you gotta look. You might have to go to Bronx and look for the little Spanitos out there. And I wouldn't say check out South Bronx per se, but you might have to go, different parts of the Bronx. Now, it's not really too much spots out there in the Bronx, but that I would say is decent per se. But there's some spots. I'm not too up on the Bronx. Might have to go to Fordham Road in the Bronx, or places like that, or Fordham University. Check, try your luck there. Expand. If your money is not right to really do power moves to different states or states, you got to go where your money, how far your money goes. But you got to move around, because the mentality of these females, you got to go through a lot of females to find something decent. Now, if your paper is a little bit stronger that you could travel state to state, forget New York. And I'm saying that I'm a New Yorker. There's Jersey, there's Connecticut, Vermont. You expand. Not there. I've been in Vermont. Let me take that back. I'm not feeling Vermont. Nothing out there. Bad experience. Well, let's push on. Maryland, Chocolate City, DC. Take a day trip and go get on the bus or the train, and go take a trip to Silver Springs, Maryland, the suburbs. Go through a little bit of Chocolate City and DC area and find you something. Go where your money can stretch. Bottom line, and let's say your money can stretch further. Then you go take trips to the Midwest. Something different. You don't have to hit the big cities. You don't have to go to Atlanta, the city of freaks. Atlanta is cool, but you don't know what you're getting. You might get a he, she, a trans gentleman. Who knows? It's pretty women there, but you look at there if you want. But go to different places that the norm wouldn't go, like Nebraska or Oklahoma. Take a trip there, a weekend trip there, see what's popping. Don't just limit yourself. This North Carolina, you know, go to Nevada. You don't even have to go to Las Vegas. You go to Reno or something like that. Expand. That's the bottom line. So should men give up on finding a wife? It's subjective. If you just limited to just in your area and your paper, it might not be strong. You might have to. But I'm just saying, giving you options. I'm not no relationship guru by no stretch of imagination. I did so many degenerate things, it's not even funny. I'm just giving you some options. Expand. It all boils down to your paper, how far you can spend. If you got paper, you could travel from East Coast, West Coast. Go to Seattle, Washington, see what's good out there. A weekend trip or something like that. Just that's expand. That's how you find different people. And that could be the reversal for women, but I wouldn't suggest women to do that because you females and things could happen quicker. You get in a situation which you could get yourself hurt just traveling around like that. Men too, but women, you the weakest vessel physically, even though a lot of you think you super women. But I hope you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be offensive. But and here, men, if your paper is even stronger, then you go to different countries. Travel to different countries. Canada. See what's good there in Toronto. There's a lot of good flavors out there in Toronto. I know. Been out there too many times. Straight. You find a lot of good flavor in Toronto. Then you go if you want to expand, go to the west part of Toronto, Canada, Calgary, Midwest, I should say, Calgary and Vancouver. That's right below Vancouver, Seattle, Washington. Right below Calgary is basically Colorado. You gotta expand, and then if you want to do bigger things, then go to South America, Central America, and the Asian continents and Africa. You'll find beautiful women all across the world. The world is your oyster. So, should men give up on finding a wife? All depends how far your paper can take you. But I wouldn't like hunting around and go on a scavenger hunt to find a wife. You just let it flow to you. Be the best version of yourself. You don't have to go out here just be doing crazy stuff and wilding out and get yourself caught with just multiple children, different baby mamas and all that stuff, and then be more drama you have to go through, and then your life can go down the hill very fast. So you got to pace yourself. Don't wild out. Because the mindset of women is different from the yesteryears. And I find I talk to different men from different parts of the world, and then they even admit, and even in their countries, the women is not the same like it used to be, like their grandparents and great grandparents. And I talk to people from all different parts of the world, India to China to Africa to Australia, and they all say the same thing about their women. So it's just not me. It's a world thing because a lot of women is being introduced to the North American ideologies, and they also watching. It's social media. They have a phone. They easily go on their phone and watch the nonsense. Housewives of New York and Housewives of Atlanta, all the degenerate part of what women should not do, and all the degenerate things that women shouldn't do, and how to carry themselves, how not to carry themselves. They watch all these TV shows, and then they get sucked into that ideology that man, they meet a man on the first minute and he got to automatically spend $1,000 on it. And this is the mindset that they being brainwashed all over the world to have that North American modern day woman ideology. Talking back to a man, being disrespectful, just everything, just no respect. The females out here have no respect. They reckless with their mouth. They have no respect for the men. And respect is everything. If they not respecting the man, then it's pointless. Because most of these females out here are whores. Straight up. And the guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you have listened to different shows of mine, it's not the first time I call these females whores. I could sing about it. I could hum about it. I could talk like this. I could get loud and say it. But they modern day whores. These are not versions. That's strike one. They're not brand new. And I understand you in the world, you make one or two mistakes or whatever, but not 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. They're out here destroying their bodies, these modern day females going from man to man, woman to woman, toy to toy, and desensitizing their bodies, their vaginas. It's just, and they the ones that talk about, I need $1 million man. And they got fake everything on them. Long Freddy Krueger claws, cakes of makeup, eyebrows as long as your middle finger. I know I'm exaggerating. Fake breasts, fake buttocks, fake, just illusion. One big illusion, but they want demands. And they believe in their heart. And I blame you men, a lot of you sucker simp men that just be giving these obnoxious females money and glory and props. I blame you men. And you make it difficult for real men to want to marry, won't even think about getting a wife. Why you even think about getting a wife? You other men, you created monsters. And these women think they so entitled. You men are absolutely destroying the market of the brotherhood. And if it was a crime I could pass, you should be hung. You simp men. You should be hung. You committed a felony overpricing these females. You even go to different countries and overprice these foreign hoes. These backdoor hoes that live in huts and just plywood tinfoil houses with leaves as rooftops, and you paying these hoes, these foreign hoes, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And you could, and if you gave them $20, they would be happy, should be happy, because that $20 US goes a long way in their country. Because realize, after you, when you leave that island, that country, there's another man that's going to climb on her back. You're not the only one. You're just renting her out. So why in the world you would give her $200 to $300 for what? You just visiting. You destroying the market. Given to foreign women that only should get $10 and a blanket and a pack of incense. That's it. I repeat, these women only deserve $10 and a blanket, a clean blanket, and a pack of incense. That's my going rate. But now y'all cause inflation. Now a brother like me, if I decide to go to that country, I got to give $100. That is too much. I'm good. I will pass. The best you get is $50. And even I'm groveling off of the $50. Why? Why? But y'all men destroyed the market, giving them 150, 200. For what? An hour? You let me tell you something, men. You pay this female, let's say $100, $150. She's making more than you and I. We just hypothetical, not me literally, but we talk men like me or men out here that work at a job. I'm just not me, but I'm using my just as an example. You got men out here that don't make $150 an hour unless you are a lawyer, a doctor, or certain engineer. But you paying these females, think about it, $150 for 1 hour, and you probably won't even be laying down with her an hour after you bust your load for about what, 15 minutes? You just shelling out $150. So you just paid her $100, $150 an hour, getting more than people just as much as females back in your land. Why? And then on top of that, you making some of these females your wife because she's a foreign female. And she climbed on she climbed on, she had her back climbed on hundreds of times. But she's nice, right? She just know how to, a lot of foreign women know how to, finesse because it's easy. Because only thing they need, they're about family anyway. And they got, they're on social media, they see Facebook and YouTube how northern women act. So they just sit back and just say, come on, I'm here. I'm open for you. Store's open. And you go there and kicks out hundreds and thousands of dollars to these foreign women that don't only deserve $25, a clean blanket, and a pack of incense. You paying her more than your salary or your hourly rate. But you like, well, I don't just want no trouble and stuff. Let me tell you something, man. You got to take yourself, men, like a corporation. Even when you travel around the world, there's always a pretty female that you don't have to spend and kill yourself. Now, I know you don't want to go through a lot, but you go through a lot of headache where you live. We got to have discipline. And I know one YouTuber, Minister Jap, I'm gonna say that, said this, gotta have penis discipline. He didn't use that word, but I'm just saying it. And it's so true. We as men, including myself, have to be more disciplined and think as a corporation. Because there's always a female out here, there's always a pretty female out here that would be glad to hang with you somewhere on this stinking planet Earth. But do you just want to be overpricing for these females, foreign females? And some of these foreign females are not nice neither. They're very demanding. So should men give up on finding a wife? Depends where you looking. Men, you're destroying the market. You're allowing certain things in your home and your home base, your place where you live in the U.S. or Canada, and you definitely destroying the market when you go to foreign land for other men. We have to set boundaries, man. It's just, might have to go through 200 women. I'm just using that example to find something decent that will work within your budget or be willing. You don't have, just because you got $150, that don't mean you have to spend $150 on this female. You look at the logic with this. After you roll in the hay with her, bust a nut, then what? What, at 15 minutes? Then you're shelling out even $50 hurts my feelings. I don't care. You say, well, that's not the going rate now. Brother, Mr. Greatness, you don't know. You haven't been there. Wow, or you haven't been there at all. Yeah, I get it, but it gotta be a better way. Gotta be a better way. We men out here. We leaders, supposedly, right? We're supposed to have the gift of gab, right? Or some of you anyway. I know I do. I don't know about y'all guys, but I do. You gotta look at it. Now have we all done foolish things and overspend and stuff? I overspend females myself. I kick myself in the head. We out here. We in these streets. You in these streets, you're gonna make mistakes. That's just how the game goes. You in these streets hard, you're gonna get caught out there. As the saying goes, you play hard. You're gonna get some nicks and bruises in this game. But just don't constantly be the same mistakes, just destroying the market, being simpish. There's still wives out here in this planet Earth. But you have to be more strategic, men. You gotta, again, take yourself like a corporation, man. And the number one thing you need to do, men, we as men, is get ourselves right, men. Sometimes you gotta take a back step, men. Sometimes you can't dive fast into a new relationship, men. Sometimes you need to do some inner reflection, men. And times you need to be the best you can be, men. So there are good wives out here, sprinkled throughout this planet Earth. But you can't be stuck on stupid, just limiting yourself. You got to know how your paper, because again, we all out here struggling, so your paper can take you far. So don't worry about what another man is doing. Just deal with stick with your own lane. Look, there's plenty of women on all different levels. There's women on a local level, women on a regional level, women on a federal level, women on a provincial level, just women on an international level, women all over. You just got to know what level you on. If you on a local level where you can't just travel out of the 5 boroughs, if you're in New York City, then you gotta you just better hop on that train and pay the fare and just go from borough to borough. Look, there's over 10 million people in New York City. We're close to it, I think. What is it, 13? I forgot. But millions and millions of people. In Brooklyn alone is like 4.5 million. Give or take. Let's say 4 million. Just Brooklyn alone. Okay, you can't even maybe afford to hop on the train. I mean, well, hopefully you can, but then just travel from one part of Brooklyn to the next. Downtown Brooklyn, Kings Plaza. I wouldn't really deal with East New York and Brownsville. That's like the jungle there. No offense to my peoples out there, but I'm good. I don't even want to go. I don't even hang in Brownsville in the daytime. I won't even go in the daytime out there. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Peace be unto y'all. Y'all. I'm good. Nah, man. I'm not going out there like that. I'm good. Especially at this stage in my life. I ain't hanging out there in the hood like that. Nah, man. I'm good. So that means I have to limit myself, which is fine. Within my area, the good parts of Brooklyn, Brooklyn Heights, Clinton Hills, and Park Slope, different parts of Fort Greene. Find out, middle class women there. I mean, you got to know your region. You got to know your range. And I just use the New York City as an example. Wherever you live, you got to know your range. If you live in Toronto, that's the west part of Toronto, Etobicoke, Scarborough, which is the east part. There's downtown, Eaton Center, Toronto. You got to know your range. You maybe could travel to Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo, the central part, but you might want to have fun in Boca Chica, Sosua. You might want to go to Thailand, cities out there, North New Amsterdam. You might want to do some fly stuff, Norway, Finland, maybe Central America, Panama, Belize, Honduras, South America, Brazil, Peru. Might want to deal with the islands, Puerto Rico, Haiti, Sabase, even though you got to be careful in Haiti, but you could check out Port-au-Prince, but just be careful, question mark. But you can still move around. You can still go out there, move around if your paper is strong. You go to Africa, Ethiopia, beautiful women out there, dimes out there in Ethiopia. Sudan, Kenya, South Africa, Morocco, Egypt. If you're looking for the light of persuasion, you could go in Asian countries, Japan, Korea, China, if you into the Asian persuasion. The world is yours. Whether I agree or disagree where you go, but there's a wife for you. All boils down to how strong your paper is, man. Because we're in a capitalistic society. We're in a physical world, a materialistic world. And you do have to have paper to move around. But not everybody is going to have that strong paper. So you got to work with what you have. And you can still be effective. You still could be the best version of yourself. And you can still find what you find with what you have in your region. Because again, there's more women than men everywhere. Some is more than others. And ladies, on the flip side, as a footnote, should you find a husband? I know it's hard to find a good man out here because a lot of modern day men are weak. You got 2% of men that is strong, and good men sprinkle on this thinking planet Earth, but most men out here is males. I get it because they've been conditioned wrong. But you have to look at what's out here and take your time and don't rush. And don't go from man to man to man and be a whore. Yes, I said a whore. Don't be a whore. Don't be a whore. I say it again. Don't be a whore. Don't be a whore. So you have to be patient. And I know it's hard. And take your mindset out of being so materialistic hungry. And so just don't be a gutter rat. To put it in plain terms, stop being a gutter rat and say, oh, first when you meet him, he have to have, $100,000 sitting and waiting for you. You're being a gutter rat. That's a gutter rat mentality. Nobody want a gutter rat. And you showing a gutter rat mentality by just being a beggar, just thirsty, have some self-control. Bring something to the table. Be smart. Be intellectual. Instead of just running around here with fake everything, thinking you're going to just find somebody decent, just being a jerk. That's what you're being, is a big old jerk. Ladies, have some class. Have some dignity. You probably have a better chance finding someone decent if you have some goddamn class. Have some goddamn class and stop showing your ass. Again, stop having some goddamn class and not showing your ass. Maybe you can be something and have something in your brain instead of just watching junk on YouTube. So you know how to articulate to a man. You look like and sound like a stupid jerk, ladies. That's why you can't find a man. And you become a young hoe to an old hoe. And the worst thing there is to be is an old hoe. And then carrying on acting like an old hoe. You're 40, 50 years old. Still running around talking about I'm dating. I gotta, find the right guy, so I gotta explore my options. At 50, seriously, your pubic hairs is gray, lady. 50, seriously, you old. You old. The difference between you old women and you old man. See, an old man can always find, he have a better chance to find a younger woman that will or can take him a little seriously. You know what I said? A little seriously. Where would a young guy really take you seriously? Or he's taking you like his mama? And you just want a little fling with a younger guy to make you feel young, right? But he's looking for a mama. He's looking for a mammy. And you it. And you think you got a catch. You're going to catch a broken back. But you perverted ladies don't like. They wouldn't mind having your back broken, right? You pervert. Stop it. Get some help. So we got to do better as men and women. There are wives and husbands out here, and you got to do some reflections within ourselves. We might not be husband material. We might not be wifey material for these spouses. We might need to grow within our own mental. Don't think it's just necessarily other people's, outside people's to blame. You very well could be to blame. So sometimes you gotta have inner reflection of thyself. And men, there are, in fairness, good women, very good women out here. Very good women out here. Is it the majority? Hell no. Percentage-wise, about 2% of women that's decent out here. 98 is trash. So that tells you the percentage. You got to go through a whole lot of women. Whole lot of women to find some type of decent jewel out here. If that percentage holds true, which most likely it is, 98% of females is trash, and out of 100, you know how many women you got to go through to find somebody decent? You got to go through a whole lot, hundreds. That's just part of the dating process. But I believe in energy, right? So don't go out here hunting. You just better yourself. And the good ones will automatically be attracted to you. And that's fact, really, men and women. The key is, and I've noticed that even within my life, as I just had to do some inner reflection of myself, I better people, women that come around me, and the few that was decent, I talked to them, but the negative ones stayed away because my mindset have changed. And then to expand outside the females, just people in general, being a better person, striving to be a complete person, positive person, upgrading yourself. You meet better people. Now, I know that's a little bit outside the topic of should men give up on finding a wife, but this all ties in to when you're a better person, you meet better people, and they're going to reflect getting into your life. So I would say there's still hope. Now, a lot of men say it's crazy to get married. That's another thing. That's why you have to really know where you reside, what you have to lose, especially if you have assets, money, and etc. You got to know your position in life too. This is why I said in the very beginning, you got to take yourself like a corporation. You're a corporation. A lot of times it's just taking ourselves like it's just an average Joe. We're not talking about you have to have a lot of money to have a corporate mindset. That comes from within. Having a corporate mindset is when you got to think when you meet a person, how they can affect your life to be better or worse. And what can you lose if this woman break away from you? That's why it's very important to interview the woman. Even after you interview the woman, it takes years to get serious intel about that person. But you have to really check her background, check her family history, check out her bad habits, check out her good habits. Ask her questions about, randomly without no making comment. Like, hey, I have a question. If we have a child together and let's say, we break away, what would you do if we break away? And you leave it an open-ended question like that. And some females will say, well, I'll take you to court. Now you know where she's coming from. So you know she might not be the ideal person to marry. Because if you marry her and take you to court, and she's going to come after you. Now, some women will be sneaky and they might not say anything. But you just sometimes just got to play along and they're going to reveal themselves. Human beings cannot hide their feelings forever if they hang with you. They're going to let down their guard and be their natural self. They're going to say certain things. They're going to do some things. The more you're around them, they're going to let down their guard and they're going to tell you exactly who they are. This is just human nature, whether it's me or anyone else. We're going to naturally let our guard down and say certain things or do certain things, and you will see everything you need to know about that person. This is just factual information. And you be able to dictate men, especially if this is wife material. She might try to hide things. Many women try to hide things, not say much. But even their actions and body language and their everyday operations give up exactly who they are. They cannot hide it forever. And if you're a keen person, man, and you're very analytical, you just sit back and analyze a person's body language, how they look at you, it tells if they really love you or like you, you know, how much feelings they have, little things, no matter how females try to hide things. You watch them and study them, they will reveal themselves to you. They will show you everything you need to know. They can. And that will tell you exactly if they are wife material or not. This is how it goes in this game of life. That's why I ask females, and you men need to do the same. If you're looking for a wife or girlfriend or whatever, concubine, part-time concubine. Most females nowadays is part-time concubines. Concubines you only visit once every 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. These are your part-time concubines. Just when you want relief. You have busy work life for the month straight. You got to work hard, put in a lot of overtime. Now, we leave February, we into March. I'm just using this as an example. And you got a little couple days off from your job. The part-time concubine gives you relief. Most of these modern day females, they're not wives. I said this before, they're not wives. They're not even girlfriends anymore. You can't even classify them as fiancés. Forget those. Forget wives and girlfriends. They just part-time girlfriends, full-time concubines, or part-time concubines. That's the cesspool of females in this North American continent that we at right now. That's when you look at, that's what is out here. Part-time females or part-time girlfriends, full-time concubines, part-time concubines. Now, Mr. Greatness, what do you mean by the part-time females? Part-time females, like say, if you married, I said this previously, but I say it again. If you married, and let's say your wife is being a pain in the neck, you got your side piece, which is your full-time girlfriend. Now, your full-time girlfriend, you'll see maybe once. You'll see maybe about twice a week. Once in the after work in the daytime, or sorry, after work. If you work at 9 to 5, you stop by her house like 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and you tell your wife you working late, so you chilling at her house about 9, 10, and then you do what you do and you come home, and then you see her on a weekend, like maybe a Saturday, preferably on a Saturday. Throughout the day, you say you hang with the boys. I just sounds like it's my story, but it's not my story. I just know how to tell a story through the experiences of life. Real talk, but let's continue. So you might see her in the daytime, because Saturday, everything is, you out, you just say you're going out with the boys, whatever, and you go and chill with your girlfriend on a Saturday, and you do what you do, or a Sunday, whichever. That's your full-time girlfriend. And then she know what it is in terms of your wife. She knows what it is. That's your full-time girlfriend. Twice a week. Maybe some of you get squeezed 3 times a week. But usually it's a solid 2 twice a week without getting jammed up. That's your full-time girlfriend. Now your part-time girlfriend, because she's a pain in the neck. She got a poor attitude. So you just don't want to see her like every week. Your part-time you see like maybe once every 2 weeks. Twice a month though. But once every 2 weeks. Every second week, you see her on a Saturday or a Sunday. And that's twice a month. That's your part-time girlfriend. Now you have your wife and you have your part-time girlfriend. You don't want to make her a full-time girlfriend because this one is a pain in the ass. She just be in your ear yapping all the time. How come you can't spend more time with me? How come you gotta be with that bitch? You married to that bitch. I could do better. You just want to say, shut up. Don't worry about it. Relax. That's your part-time girlfriend. Now, your full-time concubine, she's just what it is, a concubine. You see her once a month. Your girlfriend is on her menstrual cycle. You just say, okay, she's here. She gives you relief. Your concubine, you're not giving conversations. You're not going to talk to her about your life. You're not going to talk to her about your problems, maybe at home or at work, like you would talk to your full-time girlfriend. You might even give a short conversation to your part-time girlfriend, but a concubine, you don't know no type of conversation. You see her once a month. You know, she got nice body there. Not necessarily a pretty face, just maybe an average face, but nice body. So you just say, okay, I'm a partake. Let me partake of you in the name of your God. Once a month, give relief. And then you do what you do. Usually it'll be on a Saturday because why would you mess your flow Monday through Friday? You gotta work. You gotta make money. You gotta deal with your family. You gotta pay your bills. You got other things you gotta work on. You gotta play your PlayStation. You gotta play your Call of Duty. Why I want to even bother dealing with this concubine? I need to play your Call of Duty. Your internet games is more important than her. She, is what it is. You gotta watch football. You gotta watch basketball during the weekday after work. She ain't important. Maybe at the end of the month on a Saturday after you finish watching your college football or your other sports, then you just say, okay. After you finish watching your baseball game, maybe you smoke a little something. Maybe you had a little drink. You got a little liquored up, and you got a little smoke. You're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, Shauna, yeah. That's right. I forgot. Let me give her a call. Oh, I forgot. It's March. It's March 1st. Ah, yeah. That is Diana. Yeah. I forgot about her. Let me give her a call. Let's see what's up with her. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing, man? What it is, man? I'm here. Yo, man, I haven't heard from you in a while. And she got the attitude because she like, you only call me once a month. What's your problem? I don't feel like talking to you. Yo, man, relax, man. Relax. Relax. Yo, man, it's great to see you. Oh, you don't really want to see me. You just want some of this and then you want to go. Yo, man, come on, man. Just chill, man. Just chill, man. Man, I'm working. I'm working hard, man. I'm a productive man out here. I'm not out here just selling cracks. I'm working. So now she's thinking about it. Yeah, you're right. So what you doing? What's going on? I haven't heard from you. Then that's when you start kicking in and talking, and then next thing you know, you hitting it up, and you tell her, give her a pound, and say, hold it down, man. I see you. And then she gets ticked off. When? Why it can't be tomorrow? Oh, baby, I Sundays I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep. I gotta relax. I'm sleep. I gotta prepare for Monday. And she like, aw. You get that sound, aw. But that's a legit story. So then you see her April 1st. That's your full-time concubine. Now your part-time concubine, you won't see her for every 6 to 8 weeks, well, every month and a half to 2 months. Again, no stories about your family. She don't even really know where you live, really. She got your email address and she got your second phone. She got your second phone. She don't got the real phone. She got your secondary phone. Your Magic Jack phone line, or your Google number. She got your bootleg phone number and your email. Don't know where you live, as she shouldn't. Definitely don't know where you work, as she shouldn't. She asks you about your history. Yo, man, you just live in Brooklyn. You live in downtown Brooklyn. Where? I'm downtown by the stadium. What stadium is that you talking about? Anybody from Brooklyn knows, by the big clock, the Williamsburg clock, the Williamsburg Bank. I'm right over there. I'm just a couple blocks there. Couple blocks where? What street? Now you just say, all right, you know where Atlantic Avenue is, right? I'm just right around the corner there. You see the big buildings? Now there's several buildings. I'm around those buildings right by the stadium. You can't miss. And then when she started getting more curious, you just smack on the behind and say, yo, be easy. Now her mind is taken off of that game. But anyway, little jokes, comedy. But I'm just saying, this is your part-time concubine. I know I got off the subject, should men give up on finding a wife, but it ties in together. Great women is out here. But the question is, you have to know your situation and your mental state, where you are in life, who you are as a person, how you could be a better person so you could be a better individual to that future one. It all ties in together. Believe me, it all ties in together. Like, subscribe, and share to the Oracle 19 podcast. iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for podcasters, just to name a few. Spotify for creators, that's what I meant to say. Amazon is just to name a few. Subscribe to the Greatness 19 channel and Mr. Evolution of London. And actually, I want to give you a little bonus here. I want to share this love song I want to give you, from me to you. This love song. And this love song is going to be the end right now. So I'm gonna set up this love song. Yeah, hold up. I usually have sometimes shows on the beginning of the show, but I have this. You're gonna find this very, I would say, entertaining. But hold on, let's just see. Mr. Greatness always have different things, different topics, different. Just I show my personality in different ways. But anyway, I'm let me get this song for you, and this song is going to take you out until the next time. All right, so hold on. Let's see. I'll get this set up. Just bear with me. Go through my playlist. I have a couple of them actually, but I'm just gonna. I have it's. Don't mind me why I have this in my head, but sometimes Mr. Greatness is on one. If Yeah, just work with me. passport. Let me see. Let me see. This is for my passport bros. All right, my passport bros. So we're gonna. The name of the song is called Passport Pappy. So until the next time, take care. Passport Pappy, travel around the globe. Good folks, can't forget the whole. Da, 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 da. States stressing my brother. I'm getting on a plane and I'm out. Oh, oh. Brazil, Dominican Republic, and Santo Domingo, like fuck it. Oh, oh. Bitches in Japan, digging the brother. Lied to the hoes, told them I was Usher. Germany, London, France, coffee shops in Amsterdam. Yeah, so I said. Oh, how I love my Haitian babe. Do you feel me? Living life no doubt. Probably got kids I don't know about. Oh, passport brothers. Even in America don't love you. Why even ask the question? Slide to Thailand and you're a blessing. Oh, passport, I travel around the globe. Good folks, good folks. Can't forget the home. Da, 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 da. States stressing the brother. I'm getting on a plane and I'm out. Oh, oh. Colombia, Jamaica, Dubai, getting fly. At the club, Philippine queen, show me love. Mexican mommies fuck with a nigga swag. Touchdown in Africa like niggas, I'm back. Oh, passport, I travel around the globe.